Amanda, show your face, or whatever.
Hi.
Well, I'm very excited to be showing you what my presentation will be about today. As you can tell from the title, I'm very excited to show you what my presentation will be about. So with that being said, let's get started. You may or may have not probably seen these three K-pop stars, or you probably think to yourself, well, what is K-pop anyways? K-pop is a music genre that originated from South Korea. You probably maybe have heard of it maybe through a friend or maybe during your out and about. But what does this have to do with what we'll be speaking about today? Well, as someone who loves to listen to different types of music genres and wants to know about what is considered popular within the United States and other countries, these K-pop stars may be popular today, but there's one specifically I want to talk about today. They're being nominated at American Music Awards now. They're being nominated at the Grammys yearly now. And I would say they've been kind of popular within the past few years. Today, there's one group I want to talk about for K-pop, and that is BTS. Today, I will be presenting BTS, and I'll be sharing the history of music, how the group is different compared to other boy band groups, and I'll be sharing their background, rise to fame, campaign, and their political movement. I want to show all of you this journey about what do they do as individuals and who they are as a person. So with that being said, I will introduce you who they are as individuals. So this is RM, that is Jungkook, that is Jaeho, Jin, V, Jimin, and Suga. That is their age, but a little fun fact you should know about this. According to the Korean age range group, that is technically not their age, but this is the global age. When I say Korean age, it's technically they're 1 year older. So a little fun fact you should know about that. That in Korea, they have 1 year age range to 1 year already. So now you know a little bit about who they are as individuals and their names overall. Next, I will be talking about is how BTS started from the beginning to rise of fame. So, when did BTS start in their rise of fame? Well, according to Weibo News, BTS began in 2013 and their first debut album was called Too Cool for School. You probably think to yourself, well, when did BTS start becoming popular in the United States? Well, their first English song was called Dynamite back in 2020. So they have done a couple of songs, I would say in the past, English, but Dynamite was one of their very first few songs that was English. And they were the first Korean boy band to have over 750 million views on YouTube. And a little fun fact also, according to Billboard magazine as well, they were the first Asian group to win Artist of the Year at the American Music Awards of 2020, which outbid Drake, The Weeknd, and Taylor Swift. So now you know a little bit about how did they start in their rise of fame. Next, we will be talking a little bit about also how did BTS contribute to South Korea's economy. So, how has BTS contributed to South Korea's economy? Well, according to National Public Radio, BTS popularity has made an impact to South Korea's economy by $5 billion and has created jobs and partnerships to collaborate, which has made an impact for the Korean language, tourism, music, and clothes. As you can tell, BTS has collaborated with Fila, Samsung, McDonald's, Baskin Robbins, obviously that is the merch. So now you know a little bit about how BTS popularity has made an impact to the economy overall in South Korea. Next, we'll be talking about BTS's campaign. So, what is the Love Myself campaign? Well, according to the Love Myself campaign, it began in September of 2017. It is a global campaign that is meant for children and teenagers who have experienced domestic violence, and also victims who experience violence as well. And this campaign has also been helpful for fans to be able to connect others worldwide. And as you can see on the title of the screen, on the right side, there are 4 organizations. And you probably think to yourself, well, where does the money goes towards? So that is Line, Kakao Imacon, Friends with Imacon, and Happy Bee. Those are 4 organizations where the money goes towards the Love Myself campaign donations. And a little fun fact you should know about this. According to Rolling Stone magazine has reported the Love Myself campaign gained over $3.6 million, where they were able to mention where fans, including fans who not know about BTS, to get involved, also being able to donate towards the campaign. So now you know a little bit about what the campaign does and how did it started. So next, what we're talking about is we'll be speaking about how has BTS been involved in politics. BTS political movement overall. So we'll be talking a little bit about how UNICEF started and collaborated with the Love Myself campaign, and why did BTS start this. Back in September of 2017, when this campaign started, they wanted to be able to spread the word of awareness by asking UNICEF if they could be able to bring more awareness to the Love Myself campaign, meaning more fans to be involved in spread awareness of self-love and mental health. Ever since then, UNICEF has been able to collaborate and be with BTS throughout the entire tours, even right now currently. So a little bit now you know about why UNICEF partnered up with BTS. On the right side, as you can see, the man who's standing in the middle, that is President Moon, the South Korea president. And this happened in September of 2021. So according to United Nations, they were invited to come and speak about how has the COVID-19 been a struggle, and each one of them spoke about how it has affected them individually and how it has been difficult for them to talk about how hard it is not being able to see their fans. And they spoke about how important it is to live life and also to encourage fans to get vaccinated as well. And one of the BTS members mentioned, such as J-Hope, he mentioned about how important it is that we need to talk about climate change and how we need to talk about also how important it is we need to keep our environment clean. So now you know a little bit as to why the band was invited to United Nations. And last but not least, on the bottom, as you can tell, you probably think, well, what does the military have to do with Jin? So, according to Billboard magazine, in December of 2020, there was a new military law that passed from the South Korea's governor called the Military Service Act. Due to Jin and other K-pop stars, they wanted to attend the military, but the reason why they were not able to attend is because due to contract and also to touring. So for those who wanted to go to the military, you have to start applying before you turn 30 years old. So unfortunately, Jin, for example, he was not being able to go. So the South Korea governor took the time to be able to discuss it with Jin and other K-pop stars. So they made an agreement that they decided that men over 30 years old are now able to join the military now. Because of Jin and other K-pop stars, now since the law has passed, they have decided to go on their own timing or when their contract ends. So now you know a little bit about how and why BTS made an influence to be able to change the military law. So now we've learned about what is BTS all about, and we'll reflect about what we learned and what we're informed about from this presentation. We've learned about how BTS popularity has continued to conquer global audience, and how their campaign has helped their fans, and their political influence to change policies as well. Perhaps maybe next time you hear about another boy band or maybe another K-pop band, you probably think to yourself, well, what can they do to make a difference also in the world overall? And what can they do with their platforms to be able to change other policies, or perhaps maybe make an influence from younger generation and spread awareness as well. I really hope you enjoyed this presentation, and thank you for watching.